Alright guys, welcome back. Oh my god, it's finally over. Superman 64's over. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's over. I'm just beside myself with happiness here. Sanity, welcome in. Yes, it's over. The ending was unbelievably stupid, but I don't even care if there was an ending. I just don't have to play it anymore. That's all I care about. The worst video game ever, and I don't think anything will ever be worse than that through the rest of my life as far as a game. Welcome in, Sanity, by the way. Good to see you, man. Just such a stupid ending. It's all good, though. I'm living my D2R. Assassin, and imagine beating up Amazon delivery men on screen 1. Give them a piece of your mind, Coffee, because that's crappy customer service. Okay, here's how this is going to work, guys. I'm going to manually select the axe. Oh, my God. That's the start we were looking for. Here we go. This is going to be really fun with this weapon. That's the start we were looking for. Okay, we've got the axe. Happy to know you have the sweet yes, oh my god, it's over. I'm so happy. Now we'll chill with the Ghosts and Goblins challenge. That's how we'll celebrate with some of this. A game I actually like a lot. I don't know how well this is going to go with this crappy ass weapon, but God, this weapon's terrible. Maybe we'll just play pacifist. Not have to fight anything. That'd make it a little bit easier. How do you even aim this thing? Now, for you guys curious about Superman 64, wow. This might be worse than the tri-blade. Look at this thing. It doesn't even do much damage. At least it, like, pierces through enemies. This is one of the best themes, yes. Whoa! It doesn't hit anything! Look, it spins! The powered-up version is somehow worse than the regular version. We don't want the green armor. That's just going to make it worse. God, this somehow looks worse than the tri-blade. It does. This is going to be an interesting playthrough, especially with both loops. And it's on normal difficulty, by the way. We're not doing professional with this challenge yet. We will, but not yet. That will be in the future. Wow! You can't hit things at point-blank range with this weapon. Because it like spins around them. Oh, I can't get any weapons, that's right. Oh my god, what are we in for with this? I don't really want that, because then I can't aim it anymore. The upgraded version of this weapon is a lot worse than the standard version. That's crazy. There we go. Okay. So working with the steel armor might be our best bet here. I don't know about against bosses, though. This game has magic. Does it even tell you about it? I don't remember if it tells you in the manual or not. I don't know where the manual is for this game, where I would get it out. I've got a strategy guide that, like, mentions all the magic in this. But I don't know if the game itself in the manual tells you if it even exists or not. I didn't know it existed for a long time. I remember as a kid because I couldn't even get the gold armor to find out. This weapon is just absolutely atrocious. Doing something else. What happened to Superman 64? Yes, we beat it. Thank God we never have to play it again. I've never felt more relief at beating a game, or maybe even in my whole life, than finishing that. But it's over, and Never again. Never again. No other game I don't think we'll ever play will be that bad. Ever. And I'm more than likely going to be streaming a long time. So, 5 years from now, I still don't think we'll have found a game that bad. Frame that card or destroy it. I'll hang it up on the wall. Maybe I'll stick it on the wall behind us. Beat it on the hardest difficulty. Yeah. I figured if it was going to get redeemed, Superman 64, we might as well just play it on the maximum difficulty. I was like, yeah, we'll just go all in with it. Why not? Let's go all in. Now I'm happy we did. I wasn't so happy about it earlier, but now I am. I was like, why on earth did I choose this? What is that? A trap? You don't see that very often. Yeah, the ending was terrible, Kent. You didn't miss any type of good ending whatsoever. None. It was really stupid. It was like, you saved your friends, but Lex is still alive. The end. That's what it said. Look at this weapon. You can't... What? This is going to be worse than the Tri-Blade, I'm pretty sure, simply because of the awkward arc of this thing. And you can only throw one at a time. That's not helping. We're going to need all the money bags we can get our hands on. Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. That could have been terrible right there. You, sir, are a madman, but still cool. I appreciated reading Rambo. What's going on, man? Welcome on in. Good to see you. Let's get a shout out for him. There we go. What did I miss while I was AFK? What did I miss? I think I missed some things in the chat. Oh, Coyote's here. I'll have to sub once I'm on PC. Mobile being janky, no problem. Let's get some shout-outs rolling real quick for people I missed. Spade, I think I got you earlier, but I'll do you again just in case. Hope you're, I think, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's get Coyote as well. I hate missing anyone in our shout-out list, so I'm going to just double up on it. Coyote, hope you're having a wonderful day as well. No pressure on subbing. You know that's not a big deal here. Yes, now we're playing a good game, Spade. We're doing an axe-only run. This weapon's already just absolutely atrocious. How are things? Haven't been on lately due to all my travels. Things have been okay, Rambo. Things have been okay, and especially right now because never have to play Superman 64 again. We just finished that pile of utter garbage, and never again. I know I've said that a bunch, but never again. I'm gonna keep saying it. Appreciate you checking in on Twitter. No problem, man. No problem. You guys have just been so kind to me since I've been streaming. I'm always going to treat you guys with the utmost respect because we are all friends here. That is what streaming to me is all about, is hanging out with you guys, having a good time. I have just been amazed what awesome friends I've made streaming. Getting to know all you guys, it's been one of the best experiences of my life. And I'm not exaggerating. It's 100%. Alright, that fight went better than I thought it would. What are you doing, Windows? What are you doing, Windows? Do not do let's finish setting up. No, I worry about that later. We're doing Super Ghouls and Ghosts right now. Fun to see how you run this. You got different jumping strats. Yeah, I grew up with this game, but I don't feel I'm particularly good at it. I would like to eventually do like a deathless run of this. And a 1 credit clear and all that stuff. That's way down the road, but... What? Well, that's a good start. That's not what I was looking for. Yeah, same here. Absolutely. I was looking for a bit on that playthrough. That is definitely the worst video game I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna die here. And we get to relax now with a good Ghosts and Goblins challenge, which I've been looking forward to doing. We've been doing a run of this game with all the bad weapons. We've done the torch, we've done the tri-blade, now it's time to do the axe. probably shouldn't have gone this way. Probably should not have gone this way. I'm probably going to die here. That was a mistake. Or sometimes you get lucky. Yeah, I never imagined what my life would be like once I started like doing regular streaming, but like it's just been an amazing journey. Hopefully for much, much, much longer. I'm just having a blast streaming. Today's is gonna be one of my highlights for all time, simply because we beat Superman 64. Spirit Buddy, you helped me a ton with some of those hints, man. You made a big difference. I was totally lost there at lunch. Did you finish the second loop with the bracelet? Yeah, we'll finish up loop when we get to loop 2 with the bracelet. To like complete the whole run. We will definitely do that. But we're a long way off. We're just at the beginning here of loop 2, so this is going to be a long playthrough, and we're going to need all the continues and lives we can get, because this weapon's bad. Nope, can't pick that up. I'm using a modded version of this game, by the way, so I manually selected the axe at the beginning of the game. Because normally the axe is not available until you get to like level 3 or something. The armor, that would be nice. Alright, this is going okay. I do love this game too. Yeah, this is one of my favorite games on Super Nintendo. I cannot get enough of this game. It's awesome. I'm thinking about doing a pacifist run of this game, minus the red Aramers, because you can't get away from them. I think pacifist besides the red Aramers might be doable. With them included, there's no way. But if you allow killing of the red Aramer, I think pacifist might be doable. I don't know, maybe not. Look how much stuff you would have to dodge here. It might not be doable. I'd be willing to give it a shot, though. There's an achievement for the shuriken, but I've never seen that weapon. You only get the shuriken if you pick up the powered-up armor and you have the tri-blade. Then it becomes the shuriken. It's a very rare weapon to see. I saw it a couple of times when I was doing the tri-blade playthrough, and it's a crappy weapon. It's really bad. It sucks. It's basically the tri-blade with a little bit more damage. There's nothing special about it. We will try pacifist with this for sure at one point. I could probably put it on normal difficulty and give myself 9 lives and see if it's doable that way. Because I know we're going to die like absolute crazy, but I think maybe there's a chance of doing it. How would you get past the big guys like the fire and ice ones? You would probably have to take at least one hit there. And then hopefully you can run through them, I'm guessing. I don't know, that might, yeah, you're right, that might not be possible. We'll just have to experiment with it sometime. I'm kind of curious to know, though. It's probably not doable, though. Because those big ice and fire bears that, like, take up a huge amount of space, yeah, I don't think you can get past those. This game is beyond impossible as is. Raku, we've beaten this a bunch. We've beaten this game a bunch. Yeah, it's hard. We've done it on professional. We've done it with the torch. We've done it with the tri-blade. We did it with the other crappy weapon I don't remember the name of, but yeah. This is just a great game. I love this game. This boss might be a bit of an issue here. Trying to hold distance on this thing. You want to maintain distance. Don't jump unless you have to. I'm not a fan of the double jump, honestly. I prefer the games without the double jump. That's not to say this is not a good Ghosts and Goblins game. I just don't like having to use the double jump. This game is balanced to use it a lot. Hey, that went kind of good. That went kind of good. We're off to a good start here, guys. This is amazing. I did not expect this to be going this well. How many times have we died? Once? A one-death run so far with the axe? I'll take it. Yeah, like this type of level and stuff, pacifist. Yeah, how would you get past this guy? I wonder if you can even jump high enough to double jump over him. Lack of hit point makes pacifist hard, but kudos for giving it a try. Yeah, we gotta try. We gotta at least try it. May not be doable, and that's fine if it's not, but it would be fun just to see. Now, I know with the red Aramers would have to die, because you can't run past them. They follow you forever. I don't even know if I want... Look how stupid the weapon... Oh, my God. Oh, my... How are you supposed... Look at this weapon now! Really? Did they even think this out? This game is not balanced for all the weapons. They didn't test it. That's not even remotely usable right there. I'm not even going to pick green armor up anymore. That's just going to cause a problem. That is just a problem. It's bad enough like this, because see, sometimes it loops around enemies. I'm just not even going to get green armor anymore. We're going to do it without it. Okay, let's go. Nope, I can't make it now. Not happening. Not happening. I think he's going to move over here, and then he's going to move back to the right. No Velcro ceilings. No, Coffee. Those days are over. Never to be seen again. Wolfmaster, welcome in, man. You guys don't know Wolfmaster, another excellent streamer, really nice dude, doing hard challenges also. Good to see you, Wolfmaster. Hope you're having a great day, man. We beat Superman 64 earlier. Now we're relaxing with a good, fun Ghosts and Super Ghouls and Ghosts challenge, and I am thrilled to be doing this because I really, really like this game. I can't believe we're only at one death here. We could have been doing this deathless. Deathless axe run here, guys. How about that? Nah, no, that's not realistic. That's not realistic. See, he almost died right there, too. I think we could do this game deathless eventually. I think we could. I wonder how well this weapon's going to perform against that guy. Probably not very well. Probably, no, not very well at all. Hey, I'm still alive. He hasn't killed me yet. Oh, I got him. Get him! Oh my God, what if we killed this guy with the axe right here and no armor? That would be crazy. It's not going to happen. How has he not killed me yet? This is amazing. Well, I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. If he doesn't want to fight me, that's fine. Maybe pacifist would be doable. Like, no, I wouldn't be able to kill all these bats. I was about to say we could get them that way. No, we're not buying followers. We're not buying followers. Derpy Monkey, what's up, dude? Welcome in. Get this guy banned. There we go. No problem. We're not buying followers. Yeah, Derpy Monkey, this is an excellent game. It's a very difficult game, but it's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorites. Dude, we just outran the red Aramer. He just gave up on me. I've never seen that happen in one of these games before. Yeah, Wolfmaster, if you've never played Superman 64, don't. Please don't. I know you like challenges and stuff, but don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. I can't believe the red Aramer gave up on the chase. I've never seen that before in any Ghosts and Goblins game. He just gave up. Maybe he does have a limit after all on how far he'll chase you. Because that's kind of crazy. That's kind of insane what just happened there. I'm kind of in shock. Saki Sky, what's up, dude? Hey, bro, you just bought a follower for the amazing price of $0. Wow, amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, see, buying a follower worked. So maybe there's some merit to those spammer bots after all. See, we just bought a follower. It just worked. I don't want a weapon here. If I lose the axe, I can manually turn it back on. I am playing a modded version of the game just so we can keep the weapon and do the challenge without outside interference. We already did a run with that crap-ass weapon. That was terrible. That was the hardest run so far when we did a run with that weapon right there, the scythe. It sucks. Red Demon's dance when he lands on the ground in this game has to be the most annoying animation in video games. I like that dance, Koala. It's like he's mocking you. It's kind of funny. Whoa, you almost got me there, buddy. I was ready. Good, Wolf. Do not play Superman 64. Do not do it. That was the worst game ever. I'll buy a follower if they finish the Superman 64 Deathless first. I will too. Anybody I see on stream that beats Superman 64, I'd probably buy them like 50 gift subs or something. They would deserve it. A deathless run of Superman 64. Good God, I can't even imagine. Weapon's not turning out to be as bad as I thought it would. Okay, what's gonna happen here? We just gotta dodge. We gotta stay up here. Gotta stay up here. Red Devil's like, what's happening? Arthur's in boxing, throwing axe. Never saw that. I think I'll stay far away to observe. Okay, it's boring. Fuck it, I go away. That's literally what just happened right there, Flavu. That was hilarious. He was like, he's using an axe? No. Okay, I'm not messing with that guy. He's using an axe. He can't be sane if he's using the axe. Dude, how is this run going so well? We have died a grand total of 1 time. With the axe only, and we're already up to level 4. What is going on here? This should not be... This is like the luckiest run ever. This should not be happening. I'm not good at this game, guys. It's just working really well right now. I don't know. Out of the worst games you played, which one would you not want to play again? Superman 64, without a doubt, Derpy Monkey. Without a doubt. 100%. Never again. I played a lot of bad games. That's by far the worst. Yes, Ox King, we made it out of Superman 64, and we will never, ever, ever play that again. Welcome in, Ox King. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. And Monster Mike giving us a follow. Appreciate it, Monster Mike. Welcome on in. We just beat Superman 64, so I'm like in the best mood in playing video games that I've ever been in my life. Ever. And I don't think it's ever going to change. I'm going to be like so happy for like the next year because we beat Superman 64. And welcome in Ellie. If you guys don't know Ellie, another great streamer. Another great one. You guys don't know. Ox King, great dude. Ellie, excellent streamer. All these people are excellent streamers. I highly recommend everybody. Ellie, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope all is well with you today. Pleasure to see you as always. I am like enthralled by all those Kirby games you've been playing because I have no experience with Kirby besides the Nintendo one and the Game Boy one, and those on Super Nintendo look awesome. I can't wait to try them. They look difficult too, which isn't even. Uh-oh, I don't want that. We don't want the armor. You're crushing this run, dude. Monster Mike, this is like the best run of this game I've ever been on, and we're using a bad weapon. So this is like this is something that shouldn't be happening, but it is. This is like an anomaly right here. No problem, Ox King, no problem. I do not mind giving you guys shout-outs at all. This is like such an amazing community, and I want to give back to you guys whenever I can. This is going so well. Maybe this weapon's just not bad. Maybe that's the thing. Work finally slowing down, so I'm happy. Ellie, that's wonderful. And it's Friday, too. Are you about to have some days off? If so, even better. Working for the weekend. I don't don't like where all this stuff is spawning. That's kind of the problem. Alright, that thing's dead. This weapon maybe is not as bad as we all thought it was. It's kind of doing work. I would like to pick up that. Okay. Just kind of have to time the spin of the blade. Working. This is unthinkable. I'm in just awe at this. Is this the best weapon in the game? Maybe it is. I'm doing better with this than I do with the dagger. How is that possible? I'm done with work till Monday, and my boss is on vacation, so it's cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. Boss on vacation. Time to slack at work, right? Time to slack. No, I don't want the chest. The upgraded armor makes it worse, believe it or not. It's a downgrade. This weapon's terrible with the upgrade. Wreck them all, yes, Zooey. Wreck them all indeed. We made it through that part. Dude, this could have been a deathless axe run if I hadn't died right there at the beginning. I'm gonna die here. This part's hard. We're definitely gonna die here. I could jinx the run, right, Ellie? I could totally jinx this. I'm terrible at doing that. 1 CC axe clear. That's gonna stop, right? Yeah. That was close. That was really close right there. I can't believe we didn't take a hit there. That was even closer. Wow! How are we not getting hit here? I've never been this lucky in my life. I like my job, so I'm more holding the fort while she takes a break. She's been needing for the past 2 years. Okay, that's great. If you have a good boss you work for, it completely changes the dynamics of the workplace. If you work for somebody you hate, that makes you hate everything, basically. Same applies if you got a bad teacher, like at college or school or something. The same thing applies. I'm just throwing axes, hoping it will hit stuff. Dude, how is this going on? Welcome in, Pats. Welcome in, dude. How you doing, Pats? Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Welcome to maybe the luckiest run with a bad weapon of Ghost and Ghouls, Super Ghouls, and Ghost you will ever see. I've died a grand total of 1 time, and we're already at this boss. This is on normal difficulty. This is not on professional, by the way. Alright, these are going to bounce over to the other side. I know how this fight operates. I'm thinking maybe the horror and difficulty of Superman 64 has made it like, now I don't have to worry about other games anymore. Maybe that's what we're doing here. Maybe no game will be a threat anymore after beating Superman 64. Alright, come bounce over to the other side. I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do. I know your plan. I've been down this road a time or two. How can I hit this guy? His head's stuck in there. Hey, we're being raided. Chris! Welcome in. Welcome on in, Chris. Good to see you, man. I think I'm missing other people in the chat, too. Hold up. Let me scroll back. The cat lady is here. See, that's what I thought. See, I was so engrossed in that nonsense right there. I missed the cat lady coming in. Welcome in, cat lady. Welcome in, Praise the Sun. Welcome in, Chris. Thank you for the raid. You guys don't know Chris, excellent dude, playing. You were working on a Final Fantasy VI hack again, weren't you? I know you. I know you. And Praise the Sun is here as well, another excellent streamer. I know all you guys. Welcome in, Chris. Thank you so much for the raid. Yes, we did finish Superman 64. Unbelievably enough. And now we're on like the luckiest run of this game I think I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, games are a breeze now compared to Superman 64, without a doubt. I'm doing good, praise the sun. You know why? Because Superman 64 is over and I never have to play it again. Never in my life. So I'm doing awesome. And I'm not only that, we're on the best run of this game I've ever been on with a stupid weapon. How about that? Cat Lady, sorry I missed you coming in. I apologize. I don't know what I was thinking a second ago. Another level down. Death to Superman 64, yes. And it had like the worst ending ever, and I don't even care. I just wanted the game to end, and it ended. That's all I cared about. Ox King, I've played through this game probably on stream about 5 or 6 times now. We've done a normal professional run. We've done a no armor run. And now we're doing a run with every different weapon in the game. So far we've done Torch Run, Scythe Run, what's that other crappy weapon? The Tri-Blade, and now we're doing an Axe Run. So we're doing a run with every weapon. And surprisingly enough, this has gone better than any run of the game I've ever done. And it's not a good weapon. Or maybe it is. You're playing Rushing Beat, which is a Super Famicom version of Brawl Brothers, the beat 'em up. Oh yeah, Rushing Beat. The original version of that game is called Rival Turf, and I believe it's kind of like Final Fight. I did rent that as a kid, I believe, and Brawl Brothers was the US sequel to that one. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but I believe that's how I remember it. Alright, what's going to happen here? We are getting so many, like, everything good here. We're already getting close to the checkpoint. Yeah, I don't know why. Chris, I associate you with Final Fantasy VI so much because I've seen you play it so many times. So I was like, oh, a Chris stream, Final Fantasy VI. It's like ingrained in my mind. Because that other hack you were playing, I was really enjoying watching that. I'm going to play that off stream sometime. That looked legitimately difficult. Alright, I would like to get the money bag. No game is hard again after Superman 64, not even this. And it's going to be a problem now because of this guy. Or maybe we can just kill him with this weapon. That's also entirely a possibility. Here's the checkpoint. Alright, I'm going to let him land. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know how to fight this guy. Well, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be in the air. Oh, get destroyed with the axe. Get destroyed. Get destroyed, man. Look at this. I think doing this game one credit clear or deathless is harder than Holy Diver. I really do because of how long this game is, and you have to do 2 loops of it. Because you guys remember our Holy Diver deathless runs. That game only lasts like an hour total and it's 1 loop. This is a much longer game with a lot more things that can go wrong. And that's saying a lot. Everybody knows how trolly Holy Diver can be. I honestly think doing this deathless would be a lot harder. You have a health bar in Holy Diver. That's saying that's at least something. This better not kill me. Okay. I don't really understand how the avalanche physics even work in this part because I've been hit by it so little. Oh, Van, what's up? Hi, Mixer. Great to see you. Ready for some Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Yeah, we are on the best run of Super Ghouls and Ghosts I've ever been on in my life, and it's nothing but a challenge run with a bad weapon, and right now it's a 1 credit clear, and we're all the way up to this level. I am in utter disbelief here. This is not how I thought it was going to go, but Van, hope you're having a great day, man. Welcome on in. It's just an amazingly good run. We're at the boss. This is kind of a trolly boss. Never fought it before with this weapon, so I don't know how that's going to go. That's going to try and freeze me. Its claws locked onto your position. You don't want to... Oh crap, that's bad. That's really bad. You know what? Maybe this weapon's just not bad. This is unreal. Well, we're gonna keep going. 1 credit clear, alive and well. It's about to come crashing down though. Red Aramers are here. It's Red Aramers time, guys, but we do have a plan for them, believe it or not. Don't do that. This is what I would see. This weapon like loops around in a circle, so I can't time it to where I can hit the guy. That's going to be a major issue here. My normal strategy of fighting these guys may not work here. Yeah, it's not going to work here. Let's see if we can do it. I'll try again. I don't know how this is going to work, man. Oh, well, it was a good run up to this point. This is what I expected. I expected to struggle a lot more, and here we go. But this is the furthest 1 credit clear I've ever made it, that's for sure. Yeah, we might have to make an adjustment. I want to be further back, so I have room when he runs at me. Okay, only 3 more of those guys to go. Only 3 more. Actually 2. There's 2 more on this level. Jesus! Okay, that's the first continue we've had to use. I'd say that's a pretty good run with the axe. Just order Madagascar for OG original box from Amazon. Will come between March 23rd and April 7th. Planning to buy Madagascar Escape to Africa for the Xbox 360. I'll have to familiarize myself with that. I'm not super familiar with it. But I learn a lot from you guys, that's for sure. Gaijin, what's up? Good luck on the challenge run. Thank you, dude. It's going well. I'm pleased with it. I'm very pleased with it. Look at the stupid... Okay, that's bad. That's really awful. How are we gonna do this? Run at me. Like that. That's how we're gonna do it. Okay. Got a new plan. Got a new plan. Quick. Look how quick he is. Don't shoot crap at me. That's not the plan. You need to run at me. I hope he's stuck in the floor! We may be on this level a while. That's okay. We had a great run up to this point. Chaos Warrior, welcome in, dude. Welcome. Hope you're having a great day. Good to see you. We finished up god-awful Superman 64 earlier, so I'm in a great mood. I could not ask for more. Just want to, yeah, Coffee didn't have a good experience with Amazon earlier. Oh my goodness. I've never had a problem with Amazon so far. They've always done me right, but I don't order a whole lot of stuff, so... not one to judge. The axe should do more damage. The crappier weapons, the slow ones, they do more damage, but not enough to make up for like the sheer like speed of like the dagger or the crossbow or something like that. How many axe hits does it take? I'm honestly not sure. It seems like it's going to be at least 4 or 5 to drop this guy, which is a big problem because we have 3 of these guys to kill on this level. Okay, that's good. That's good. Progress there. Cannot handle the way the red fella aggressively shimmies towards you. I agree. He's kind of trolling in a way, too. He's kind of trolling a bit with that little dance. Madagascar, the game, is based on a CGI animated film, Madagascar by Dream. Oh, I kind of remember that. And the game was published by Activision, developed by Toys for Bob. That's right. I was thinking it was just a game or something. But yeah, you're right. It's a movie. Now that you mention that, I do remember it. Had a problem with delivery from Lowe's. Supposed to be 2 items. There was only one. It looks like the envelope been ripped open and retaped. Great customer service there. It sounds like they just threw it on the ground outside my door. Customer service in a nutshell right there. People just don't care anymore, basically. Great. Great. Guardsman Gary, what's up, dude? That reminds me how many people here play Demon's Crest. I have not, but I would like to in the future. I have not played a Demon's Crest or Gargoyle's Quest or any of those yet. This level sucks. I hit the wrong button there. That was the problem. I was supposed to jump. Oh, this is going to be a problem. Everything up to this point with the axe was easy. Guardsman Gary, hope you're having a great day, man. You're dropping in. That's 2 hit. You do a little bit more damage with the weapon if you hit him at the very top of a jump. So it's hard to tell exactly how many hits it's going to take to kill this guy. It's going to be at least 4 to 5, roughly. Alright, dead already. Good start. Good start. Yeah, I want to play Demon's Crest and all those games eventually. I know they're difficult. It's going to be weird playing as this guy because what a troll. What a little troll. I wonder if I could, like, rapid fire him right there. I'm not brave enough to try it. The weapon is so slow, I don't think I could do it. We might be able to get armor back in a minute. How did that miss? That missed by like 1 pixel. There we go. Okay. 2 down, 1 more, and then the boss. I don't remember where all the chests are on this level. That might be another problem. I haven't played this game in a while. It's been a couple of months since I played this. I don't remember where all the chests are. 4 hits. That sounds fair. Normally get stuff delivered by FedEx. I think I'll be avoiding them in the future. I've had pretty decent luck with FedEx and UPS as far as like not screwing me over too much. And these days, I'm kind of like happy when I just don't get screwed over by somebody. I know that's not the best of ways to look at stuff, but it's almost like, hey, I didn't get screwed over this time. The customer service wasn't great, but hey, I got what I wanted at least. Armor? Of course not. Why would there be armor here? Are we going to have to fight one more of these guys without armor? God, I hope not. I think we are, though. Yep. No armor. I'm going to pull him back down to the beginning. I think that's the smart thing to do. UPS is good unless it's that USPS mashup. That service is terrible. Yeah, a friend of mine recently was complaining about that, Goober. He was not happy. Seems like customer service for like everything these days is just not very good. Food, shipping, nothing's good. Alright, here we go. This is what you want. No. No. Run! Wow! You thought you had me there. That's what I get for... That's what I get for talking crap. That's what I get for talking crap. I always see Contra skip that guy. Can you skip him? If you go straight to the boss there, is that guy skippable? I'm tempted to try that. Man, we are hurting on continues here. I've already used 2 on this level alone. I got trolled badly there, but I did ask for it. I was talking crap. Yeah, they're listening. He heard me. There's a way to skip that 3rd guy. I really need to know about it. Dodge the guy, then climb quick. I'll try it, because I really need to know that. That's good information if we can skip that guy on like every further run, because I would like to do this deathless at some point. Having a lot of trouble with this. This weapon is making these fights miserable. This is a really bad weapon for these. The torch was better against these guys, believe it or not. I know that's saying a lot. The torch could fire twice. That made a big difference in the fight against these guys. I need you to land over here. I could try and rapid fire this guy to death. I don't think I can, though. I'm not using any turbo or anything. No, this is just going to be a problem. This level is just going to be a problem. That's all there is to it. I gotta accept that this level is going to be the problem. These guys are basically as hard as what weapon you bring to fight them. If you bring the dagger or something, you can just rapid fire them to death right here. It's no problem. But with this slow piece of crap, yeah, it's a big problem. Amazon customer since 2000, never experienced anything like today. It was the first time I was ever angry with them. Ordered a lot of things because I'm not here watching Mixer. I'm at work with my family. Very, very fair point. That's pretty good, though. That's a lot of time spent with one company without a major problem. That's not too terrible. I'm so anxious to see if we can skip that guy up here. If we can kill this one, we do have to kill this one. It's just not going well, man. It is not going well. Too slow. Too slow. Way too slow. How can I get better? How can I get better? I'm gonna experiment a little bit here, guys. I'm gonna experiment. This is probably a terrible idea, but I need to know something with this. I need to know. Okay, you can land maybe 2 hits. Maybe 2 hits, and then maybe a jump. Okay, so you can land 2 hits. So what I'm going to try and do is land 2 hits and then jump away from him. You don't get a whole lot of opportunity with these guys. Alright, we need 2 hits. Focusing on 2 hits. You can do that. 2 hits is a thing. Alright, that's nice. That's going to make it easier. I'm glad we did that little experiment there because it paid off. I can try and skip this guy. I didn't know that was even possible. If Contra did it, it's definitely doable. I know Contra's really good at this game. Alright, where's the chest? There is a chest spawn here. There it is. Okay, I think the 3rd chest might have armor. It sure would be nice to have the crossbow, but we can't do that. Because that's not the challenge. The challenge is this piece of junk axe weapon. Welcome in, NORAD. How are you doing today? We're playing a great game now because we beat the Superman 64's over. We ended Superman 64. Is there a chest in here, by the way? I'm looking around. Yeah, well, you missed the end of Superman 64. It's thankfully over. Never to be played again. I'm so happy. I'm so very happy. I don't know if I can skip this guy or not. I don't know if I'm good enough to do it. I can try. Let's try. He's gone? He's gone? Oh my god, look at that. You can skip him. Where's armor? Plabu, thank you for bringing that up. I had no idea you could skip that guy. That's awesome. That's going to serve us well. Thank you, NORAD. I am just thrilled that Superman 64 is over and that we never have to play him again. I am so happy. That is the worst video game ever. Never seen anything quite that bad before in my life, and probably never will again. Kane, thanks for the GGs, man. Thank you. And people complain in Germany about them ruining brick and mortar stores. Hey, brick and mortar is going down all over the world, honestly. And they're just playing better. I always have to argue with salespeople in actual stores. Not offer or order things I want and will not have much fun visiting stores. Deliver it to me instead of me having to haul stuff and do not own a car. But Amazon ruining stores is kind of a big topic in Germany. It's the same here. It's the exact same here. There's malls I hung out in as a kid. They're gone now. And it's kind of sad. It's really sad. And JPaz, thank you for joining us, buddy. What's going on? Yes, a reasonable game. A very reasonable game. If you guys do not know Alex JPaz, please check his channel out as well. Great dude. Great dude. Playing great stuff. What more could you want? Another friend in this awesome retro community. We're trying an axe challenge here, and it was going well until we made it to this particular level. Now it's not going so well, but I'm being like really careful here. I don't want to have to fight all those. Oh my god, we got him. We got him. We got him. Rush Pirate, welcome in. No, Kane. Garfield's going to be better than whatever the hell we just beat, Superman 64. It won't be that bad. Trust me, it will not. No, you. No, you. Oh, Phoenix, you haven't played this one in ages? This is one of my favorites. I love this game. We've played it a bunch, and we keep going back, finding ways to make it harder because I like it so much. Which one's harder, Ghouls and Ghosts on Genesis or this one? This one is definitely harder. This one is definitely harder. 100%. Let's get a couple more shout-outs for you guys. I think I already got Plabu earlier, but if I didn't, let's get him again. And let's get Rush Pirate also. Welcome in. There we go. And the shout-out did work. Okay, good. I was about to get mad at Streamlabs there. Good to see you guys. Oh, you little cheater. Okay, the little blue guys are a bit of a troll on this level, but that's fine. Bubsy 64, is it, oh, it's Bubsy 3D. I was about to call it Bubsy 64, but it's Bubsy 3D. The one thing I missed from Genesis version was a melee option. Sword-only run would be fun. Yep, we did a sword-only run, Gary. It was very painful. Some parts were not so bad with the sword. Other parts, like the Wasp boss at the end of the game, was absolute misery. So yeah, sword-only run is very possible, but also very difficult. We did that probably about 3 or 4 months ago. We haven't done the axe on Ghouls and Ghosts on Genesis yet. We will, though. Alright, we're going to have to deal with another one of these Aramers. That's going to be a problem. I don't think we can get the armor back yet. It's going to be in the 4th chest. And he beat the worm boss. That's right. We did have to switch weapons for the worm boss because you can't kill that thing with the sword. But everything else in the game was totally doable with the sword only. And then we had to switch to the bracelet thingy at the end to finish the game. Just like we'll have to do it here as well. Okay, I'm probably going to die. Yeah, I knew I was going to die there. I botched that up. That's fine. That's fine. Looks like if we finish this, guys, we'll throw in a Castlevania hack. I downloaded 2 new Castlevania hacks last 2 nights ago. So it looks like we're going to have time to try out one of those as well. I would like to do that. With Castlevania hacks, you never know how hard they're going to be. Sometimes they're psychotically hard, and sometimes they're not that different. So it's hit and miss with those. And now we're killing birds that are attached to the wall. I'm guessing those are statues and not living beings. No! You stupid little blue man! I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you would do that. I should have just despawned it. Symphony of the Night randomizers are always fun. That's one Castlevania game I have not played yet, unfortunately. I know everybody's played Symphony of the Night but me. I've not played it yet. We will at some point. I've seen my friend Goten here in chat play it, and I really liked what I was seeing. So yeah, we will get to Symphony of the Night one day. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, let's get these out. Giant Wallbird is where wall chicken comes from. Didn't you know? Okay, so that's where the origins of wall meat came from. I will accept that. Sounds fair. We all like wall meat around here. It's good. Alright, land, and we're gonna fight. We gotta be ready. No. No, do not do that. You troll. You little troll. What is he doing? Okay. There's not enough room for 2. There's just not enough. Is that armor? I need you to behave properly. I need you to run at me. I don't need you to throw crap at me over and over. He almost got me right there. He almost... This is taking too long, by the way. We're going to run out of time. No! Last I played, I didn't get the Cube of Zoe until the Reverse Castle. Yeah, I remember that being pretty deep in the game from when I watched it. I really like the looks of that game. Symphony of the Night looks awesome. I can't wait to try it. Mixer's casual gameplay is psychotically hard. Anything is psychotically easy at this point after Superman 64. Even something like this. I thought this was going to be a lot harder, honestly, but the axe has kind of been advantageous a little bit for some of these fights. It's not bad. Won't be disappointed. Imagine being a face in a wall. That'd be a boring life. Yeah, you can ask these birds how that goes. Not too well. I wonder how this fight's going to go with the axe. It might not be that bad, and it might be really annoying. We'll see. Does this version of... no, it does not, unfortunately, Goober. It's only got 2 loops. I wish it had more, because we would do more if it was possible, but I don't think... I don't remember that being a thing. Where's the laser? I gotta do some damage here, because clock's ticking. Are in danger of running out of time here. Alright, 1 is down. We got 1 minute to deal with this guy. If this was on professional difficulty, I would be very concerned because these guys have way more hit points on professional difficulty. Whoa, that was close. I feel like I'm fighting with the bracelet. This is the same strategy I use with the bracelet right there. Except we have more range. Because the bracelet has very limited range. I think, yeah, Goober, only the NES version has the infinite loops thing. That's unfortunate, because I would totally do this more. Alright, well, there's loop 1, guys. The only hard level is that one with the 3 airmers, and we got better at that. You're not playing on professional, that's surprising for you. What I wanted to do is do every weapon on normal first, just to, like, get acquainted with it a little bit. And then down the road, we will do a professional run of this game, professional difficulty, no magic, and then we'll use all the bad weapons again. And that should be significantly harder because the enemies are faster, they have more hit points, the bosses have a lot more hit points. On professional, these 2 bosses right there, they feel like they have at least 30 to 40% more health, which is very significant considering there's a time limit. Alright, so what do we have to do now? We have to go through loop 2, and then we shall finally, and then we'll get the bracelet like you normally do, and we'll finish the game the standard way. And then if there's any time left, which there probably will be, we'll try a Castlevania hack out. I've got 2 that I've downloaded, and I would like to have a look at least one of them today, because it's only 3 o'clock. We do have more time to get some things done here today. We got strongeth welling in our body, that's right. That is 100%. I wish they'd included that line there, Coffee. That would have been great. Alright, let's go. Loop 2. The only threatening level really is the second to the last one. Anyone here play Earthbound? I'm going to start a playthrough of it tomorrow. I was wondering on opinions. I've never played Earthbound before. I've heard it's really good. But I have never played it before. That's the one with Ness, the RPG, right? The Super Nintendo one with Ness, like the first appearance of him and all his friends and stuff. I've never played it. I didn't even know I don't think anyone knew who Ness was right off the bat. Like in the original Smash Brothers, I was like, who's this little boy and what significance does he have and why is he here? But I didn't know anything about Earthbound back then. Good old standard Ghosts and Goblins music is playing. Everyone loves this tune. We're not picking up another weapon. If I can just manually switch it back. This is a modded version of this game. Dun 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 dun. I love this music. I have to alert for now, Mixer. Got to run to the store for my roommate. He's in some serious pain. Dude, I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay, Stellar. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, you go take care of that. No problem, man. Appreciate you hanging out and hope that works out okay. Chrono Trigger is my favorite game ever, and I love RPGs. Yeah, NES. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So you like Chrono Trigger? Hold up 1 second. You like Chrono Trigger, Phoenix? I got you covered. I got you covered. How about that? Here it is. Good old Chrono Trigger. You can't go wrong with that game. It's a great one. Some people get a little bit fanatical about it. I think it's a great RPG, but I think some people get a little over the top with it, though. But it's a wonderful game. You know what? One of the best things to me about Chrono Trigger is I like the art style by Akira Toriyama. Because I watched the whole of Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. And so when I knew about Chrono Trigger, like the art style and stuff, before I even knew Dragon Ball Universe existed. I was like, this art style is just awesome. And then I saw Dragon Ball Z for the first time. It was like the year 2000. I was like, I know this art style somewhere. I've seen this before. And it happened to be Chrono Trigger. So that was like just incredible. I couldn't believe what I was seeing with that. But yeah, I love Chrono Trigger. But there's plenty of great games out there. A lot of people call it like the best game of all time. I mean, it's great. I wouldn't go that far, but it's one of the best RPGs you'll ever play. You piece of garbage hitting me like that. That's unreal. Okay, that's fine, though. We shouldn't take a hit from this bird. I was so close to buying Mike Tyson's Punch-Out earlier, but it was $50. Hey, it sounds like you're buying it new back in the day then, Plabu. It sounds like, it sounds like that's what it would have cost for real back in, like, 1988. That's probably about what most people paid for it, right? Don't use your egg move. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's making this fight harder than it should be. Do that. There we go. Loop 2 enemies are a little bit more powerful. Not too much, though. Not too much. They're pretty similar. Chrono Trigger Deathless Starting Sword only win. It depends, Coffee. It depends. It depends on whether you would call Deathless a full party wipe or just one character dying. That might be possible. It depends on how well the game scales with like levels and stuff. Sergeant Punk, what's up, man? I'd say Chrono Trigger is borderline overrated. Great game for sure, but not on the level the community hype puts on it. Totally understandable, man. Totally understandable. I love the game. But yeah, I think that sometimes some people get a little overhyped with it. That's fine. That's not fine. I got greedy right there. That was being greedy. It's one of the first RPGs really got into it. I beat Dragon Warrior, didn't really do much for me. Chrono Trigger opened my eyes. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII was like the defining RPG that got most people into RPGs back in the day, but I'm surprised that didn't start with Chrono Trigger. I'm honestly surprised. A lot of people ignored RPGs completely until Final Fantasy VII came out. And like a lot of my friends back when I was in high school, back in the 90s and stuff, none of my friends, except besides like one or two, cared anything about RPGs. And I was like, you guys are missing out. These games are wonderful. And they're like, those games are boring. And then they played Final Fantasy VII years later, and they were like, hey man, you played this Final Fantasy VII game? It's like this great epic story and stuff. And I was like, guys, I've been playing RPGs for like a long time already. You guys missed the boat. I tried to tell you years ago, and you didn't listen to me. So yeah, that's how like Final Fantasy VII like introduced a lot of people. But honestly, people that have been playing RPGs before that knew how good. That sucked. That sucked. I don't think I'd played Final Fantasy VII if it weren't for Chrono Trigger. Yeah, you're doing it kind of the opposite, Phoenix, and that's really cool. That's really, really, really cool. $50 for any version of Punch-Out is ridiculous. Game is super common. Is it? Okay, I don't know what games are common and what's rare today, honestly. You just brought up Breath of Fire. I think I have the box for that sitting around here as well. Yeah. Just brought up Breath of Fire, so there it is as well. A lot of times, if you guys name something, I might have it sitting around. So there's Breath of Fire. The Final Fantasy VII Strategy Guide is around here also. Brought up Final Fantasy VII. There's Final Fantasy VII, the Strategy Guide. You name it, I might have it sitting around. And welcome in Carl Winslow. Carl Winslow, how's it going today, man? Good to see you. Wonderful, happy Friday to you, my friend. And you know why it's such a happy Friday for me? Because Superman 64 is dead and buried. I never have to play that game again, and I'm thrilled. I am so very, very, very thrilled that we never have to touch that steaming pile of garbage ever again. I'm so happy. I love it. I'm in the best mood imaginable. I think it's mostly because FF7 dropped the cartoony look. Fair point. Very, very, very fair point. And now you look back at Final Fantasy VII now and you're like, look how awkward this looks because people say the graphics didn't age well. I think they're very charming. I still like the original Final Fantasy VII's graphics. I love it, actually. Solar Jetman Seal. Oh my God, Solar Jetman. No, Ren. No. Good God. Oh my God. If I had Solar Jetman sitting around here, I'd just destroy it on stream, straight up. And enjoy every second of it. We should do that with Superman 64 as well, just break the game apart. If you guys do not know The Renaissance, please check his channel out as well. Great dude, playing great stuff. Working on Wings of V, which is not a retro game, but it's one of the hardest games you'll ever see. So please check his channel out as well. Great dude. Always a pleasure to hang with him. Thank you for the GGs, man. I'm so happy Superman 64 is done. That game is a travesty. It is a travesty. Welcome in, Gorilla, as well, dude. How's it going, Gorilla? Good to see you. I see you popping in with a red Arimer. I see it. Owned Illusion of Gaia. I've not played those games, NORAD, but I would really like to. Those are some more of those games on my list to play off stream and get to them, because I don't normally do RPGs on stream. My girlfriend is a huge fan of RPGs, so I save those for something we can play together off stream. And when we're on stream, we play games like this, or sometimes trash games like Superman 64, but thankfully that nonsense is gone. Strategy guide for Final Fantasy VIII. That's another one I haven't played, is Final Fantasy VIII. I'd like to play that at some point. I would love to. Yeah, Gorilla, it glitched a couple of times, but thankfully we made it through a full run of the last level of Superman 64 without a major glitch happening on the last run. We came close, though. And somehow we made it through. It was like one thing could go wrong and the whole run was going down the toilet, and my heart was about to jump out of my chest. I was just in awe about how shockingly scared I was playing the end of Superman 64. We had almost no health. Almost none. It's always relieving to get finished. A turd like Superman 64, that game should only be one place, and that's the garbage can. I could not agree more. That is the worst video game ever. Van's going back to Super Mario World, playing it on Wii on Virtual Console. Masterpiece, my friend. Masterpiece of a game, Super Mario World. It's like one of my all-time favorites. I'm pausing to catch up with chat, guys. I know where we are in the game. I know we're in the ocean. Couldn't be here and support such trash. I'm sorry. It is trash, Ren, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you even a little bit. It's not even a fun game to watch. It's flying through rings and just like stressing out. Superman on the NES was the first game I ever broke. That's a bad game too. That's Superman going through the subway and like getting hurt badly and turning into Clark Kent. That's stupid. Just nothing Superman besides the Death and Return of Superman and Superman Arcade in the 80s was any good. Magneto says Browns in Texas about to finalize trade for Deshaun Watson. Wonder if that means Baker Mayfield's getting dealt with the Texans. Well, they gave up on him, didn't they? That's the end of his run in Cleveland. It's the end of that. The mini game in Final Fantasy. I need to play Final Fantasy VIII. That's one I've never played. A lot of people don't seem to like that one, but I would definitely play that one off stream. We've got it on our list. Like when Final Fantasy VIII came out, I was really busy doing like everything else. I was doing everything else. I was I was in high school. I was doing after school clubs, soccer practice. And then when I was at home, I was usually playing RPG. So I missed out on a lot of stuff. That is unfortunately an RPG I never got to. I was also doing PC gaming at the time as well. Figured out and farm the right magic and become OP and just ruin everything. With the junction system, I've heard that's kind of controversial. I'll have to try it. I'm looking forward to it, though. A lot of people hate the game. I like the looks of it. The characters look cool and stuff. Baker will go to Indy, wants to be there, plus Wentz is, the Wentz sucks. Carl Winslow. Oh, my God, yeah. Carson Wentz is not a good quarterback. Indy's known for good quarterbacks. We'll see if Mayfield ends up there. Chris likes Final Fantasy VIII. I bet I would like it. It takes a lot for me to not like an RPG. It's almost like a not a thing. Even like a not so great RPG, I'll find like parts of it I enjoy. Like Okay, we cannot pick that up. Well, I can manually just switch back to axe if I have to. I mean, this is a modded version of this game I'm playing. You're my enemy in college sports right now, LittleMIXER. My college team is Notre Dame, getting ready to play y'all. Well, you know what's going to happen with that game, Carl Winslow? I'll tell you, because I'm knowing Alabama basketball like I do. We're either going to blow you guys out or you're going to blow us out. That's the way that's going to work. It's going to be a blowout one way or another, because Alabama basketball is either unstoppable or the worst team ever. It's so inconsistent. So remember what I said there. You guys are going to win by 20 or we're going to win by 20. One of the two is true. Getting ready to start. Yeah, my dad's got it recorded. I'm going to watch it at his place later. You'll blow us out, Indy isn't ready. Bama won't go down first round. I don't know about that. I've watched this Bama team all year. They have a way of letting you down. I am probably going to die here. Okay, I have no idea how we... I was about to say, how the hell is that? Are we going to survive that mess? I should have maybe gotten in that quicker. I don't know. The way I look at it, it's pretty tough to outdo FF7, especially with the emotional hit it delivers. Final Fantasy VII Phoenix is probably the most one of the most nostalgic video games for me of all time. Because I played it during the summer of 1998, right after my high school semester ended, 11th grade. My high school year ended, not semester. And the soccer season didn't end the way I wanted it to. So I was all down in the dumps. I was very depressed. It's a stupid reason to be depressed looking back, I know. Welcome to the real world. But I didn't know that. I was a 17-year-old spoiled kid. I had no idea. So anyway, I was all depressed. So what did I do to escape reality all summer? Final Fantasy VII. And I played through the entire game, loved every second of it, and by the time the new school year was rolling around, I was happy as can be and ready to go. So that is my Final Fantasy VII nostalgia story and why I liked the game so very much. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't play 8 right after that, because I may not have liked it much either, because I would have still been like fixated on the wonders of Final Fantasy VII. I know I'm sounding like a fanboy here. I can't help it. I got it in my life right when I needed it. Basically. That went much better. See, when you jump in there quickly, good things happen. You have to clear all that crap out quickly. I'm a Saints fan. I know all about letdown. Hey, the Saints did win that Super Bowl with Drew Brees not all that long ago. So that was wonderful to see, Carl Winslow. I'm mostly a Falcons fan, so they're a rival of the Saints, but I mean, I was happy to see that. I like Drew Brees. He's a good dude. And a lot of my family is Saints fans as well, so I'm kind of weird. I like pull for both the Falcons and the Saints somewhat, which is highly strange, but it is what it is. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII was kind of destined to live in the shadows. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because 7 to me is just a masterpiece. One of the best games of all time. And I'm proud to say that. Texans are getting 3 first-round picks, 3rd-round pick, potentially a 5th. Damn, that might be a little too... That's way too much. That is way too much. But yeah, Deshaun Watson could be traded because he's not going to face like criminal charges for all that stuff that he was under investigation for. So he is in the clear now. That's why I think there was a hold up with him for all that time. What? Uh-oh. Oh, I paused it while there was like a burst of lightning on the screen. I thought the game like glitched out right there. I dare anyone that plays Final Fantasy VII to not read Barrett's lines in Mr. T's voice. I did as a kid, absolutely 100%. The first time I saw that character, I was like, that's Mr. T. That's why they changed his look in like the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children movie. They were like, this guy looks too much like Mr. T. They might sue us. They might sue us. That is a lot of young blood they're getting for him, man. That's crazy. I don't know if I would have done that trade. Sephiroth as a villain is a good one, I agree, but as far as like villains, I like Kefka more. Despite my fanboyish nature for Final Fantasy VII, I like Kefka more as a villain because he accomplished his goal of destroying the world, which I thought was amazing at the time. I was like, dude, this guy won. The villain won. That's the first time I'd seen that happen. That guy just got annihilated. This weapon's good against that guy. That's hard to believe. I usually lose that fight when I've got better weapons for some reason. I feel like the Saints-Falcon rivalry is kind of built up a bit, man. You and I are opposites. I'm an LSU Notre Dame fan. Yeah, Falcons, Alabama. A little bit on the other side of the fence, right, Carl Winslow? No, I could never hate you. I could never hate you. You stupid fire bear. Good Lord, how did you hit me from that far away? Now, Carl Winslow. Now, if you were an Auburn fan, I think we might have some problems. But you're an LSU fan, you're fine. You're fine. But if you were an Auburn fan, might have to think about that ban button. Might have to think about it. But it's all good. With a lot of my family are actually LSU fans because a lot of them are in Louisiana. Uh-oh. I saw that death coming a mile away. Stupid weapon was like looping around everything right there. The weapon was like doing figure eights around the enemies. That's what you put up with this weapon sometimes. It's not a very good one, but you kind of just have to get used to it a little bit. We're on loop 2, by the way, for you guys wondering how far we are in this game. This is loop 2. So I think we're going to be able to beat this without too much trouble. We do have limited continues, but I mean, we're picking up enough money bags where that's probably not going to be a problem. That does give you continues back. God, really? Of course, really. This weapon up close is bad. It does not hit stuff. It loops around it. Kefka's the greatest villain of them all. Plabu knows where it's at. Agreed. Always thought of Baird as Mr. T. You too, NORAD? I think we all did. When I read his lines, even as a kid, I was reading them in Mr. T's voice. I'm surprised they didn't include a I pity the fool line in there for Barrett. I'm shocked they didn't do that. Alright, this fire bear is going to walk over here. That was close. That was close. I hate Auburn twice as much as I dislike I have for Bama. Auburn people have a lot. I have friends that are Auburn fans, believe it or not. But like your standard Auburn fans, Carl Winslow, they're so brag-oriented. I'm like, what the hell do you guys have to brag about? You guys suck. I know I sound really salty here, but they get under my skin so quickly. And I know I shouldn't let something like that get under my skin, but it happens. This part you have to be really careful with. This part is one of the worst learning. This part has one of the worst learning curves right here in this entire game. This jumping sequence right here. You will die a million times right here while you learn this part the first time you play through this game. Alright, last time we did this part, this guy got bored and just gave up on the chase. That time he just got absolutely annihilated. Oh my god, how was that happening? The Aramirds in the earlier stages aren't much of a threat here. Just killed him with the axe with no armor in a potentially awkward spot. That was kind of cool. I like where that came from. The weapon does massive damage to the weak spots, though. This is not a terrible weapon, honestly. I thought this was going to be worse. It's not good again in the later levels. It's kind of crappy, but for these earlier levels, it's okay. Either that or I'm just experienced with this game enough now. We have played this game quite a bit. They're bragging to... Yeah, they do. They really do, Carl Winslow. That's why they get on my nerves so much. They brag. I mean, we have 18 national championships. They have 2 in football, and they're bragging. What the hell are you bragging about? Seriously. LSU football has an infinitely better record of success than Auburn ever will. LSU at least is a main team in its own state. That's a lot more you can say for Auburn. Good God. But yeah, I got no problem with LSU, man. I'm glad you're a fan. It's fun to run into other college football fans all the time. And welcome in Robert Kopp. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful day, man. Hate the weird-looking sword thing that flies odd patterns, the worst. Yeah, Koala, we did a run with that weapon. And you know what was surprising? Is that it wasn't as bad of a weapon as I thought it was going to be. It was honestly kind of okay. It was kind of okay. It was better than the Scythe, believe it or not. It was better than the Scythe. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Let's see if this is armor. I did not expect to survive that. I thought we made a great move with the baby right there. I guess not. It's the first time I've dodged something with the baby, believe it or not. Damn, just got back from working away from home. Did you beat Superman 64? Yes, Ryan Pyro, welcome in, dude. Superman 64 is dead. We got so lucky on that last level. I finished it with almost no life left. I didn't know what I was doing half the time, but we finished it. You stupid Zubat. A Zubat spawned right where I didn't need it right there. That's perfect. Great spawn timing right there. Perfect. Could you have asked for any better? And yes, Carl Winslow, I agree completely. Saban is a legend. I know it hurts being an LSU fan because Saban was there. I know it hurts seeing him at Alabama. I fully get that. If you're very salty about that, I'm with you, because I would be too. Know nothing about football, nothing, but always root for the underdogs. Us guys living that have grown up in the South, football is almost like, it's more important than like almost anything to a lot of people here in the South. Some people live and breathe it. It's like the most important thing in their lives. I don't know how we survived that, don't ask me. The Zubats had us... Uh-oh. See why this weapon isn't good at point-blank range? It loops around things and doesn't actually hit anything sometimes. Don't be a weapon. Okay, that's going to fall off a cliff. Do a baby run? We could try a baby run. Nah, you can't do that. You can't make yourself be the baby. Otherwise, well, it would kind of like be an extremely difficult pacifist run if you could be the baby all the time. Hey, Lil Man, what's going on, man? What is up, man? This game is tough. Yeah, it's not as tough as what we were playing, though, which was Superman 64. This is a baby's game compared to Superman 64. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Yeah, it's a lot better, Koala. It's better. The Tri-Blade isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. We can't get the knife. Yeah, I know. Get the knife. We can't. We can't get it, even though it is the best weapon, or somewhat the best weapon. I like the crossbow. Lil Man, how are you doing today, dude? Good to see you. Yeah, Ryan Pyro, that was the worst video game I've ever played in my life, Superman 64. I'm so happy it's done. I'm so very happy. That guy didn't spawn in the pattern he was supposed to spawn in. That was kind of my fault. I think I walked too far there. I think I walked a little bit too far. That was the problem. We can fix it next run. That's okay. That's totally fine. Thank you for following iRaven. What's up, dude? Welcome on in. Good to see you. Appreciate you joining us here for a little Super Ghouls and Ghosts Challenge run. I'm always looking for more excuses to play this game, by the way. I clearly hit the ledge. I clearly hit the ledge there. Did anyone else just see me fall through that ledge? Because I swear I did. Wow, that was a bit janky. That was something kind of glitchy you would not expect in a game this good. That was glitchy. Already something interesting in this game. Won't say anything, though, since you're watching later. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good, Carl Winslow. What, our coach got ejected? What a surprise. Good, just got off work. Got the weekend off. Awesome. Awesome. Crossbow's the safest weapon. First time I beat this was the crossbow. That's my favorite weapon in this game is the crossbow. Most people prefer the knife in this game. I actually like the crossbow. I think it's a little more versatile. And I like the, it has a nice angle when it fires. Oh, okay, Raven. It's Guitari. Okay, well, welcome back in. Did you create a new account? That's cool. Appreciate you refollowing, dude. Hope you're having a good day. By the way, we're not picking up the powered up armor because it sucks with this weapon, so I'm just not getting it. Hey, Thunder, what's up, dude? With the resubscription. Got alert today, but wanted to come say happy 3 months of knowing you. So thrilled to have met you and gotten so much inspiration for pushing my game limits. Dude, Thunder, right back at you. You do things harder than I do. You play with a controller upside down. What more needs to be said? You guys don't know Thunder. He's an excellent dude, often playing with his twin brother, doing all kinds of crazy challenges. Give him a look for sure. Uh-oh. Whoops. That did not go according to plan. But Thunder, again, dude, thank you so much for that resub. I really appreciate it. Pleasure to know you as well, my friend. Hope all is well today and no problem with the lurk. I have to lurk in a lot of people's channels like every day, so I'm right there with you. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. Probably not going to be here tomorrow because it's D&D Saturday and I play the whole day and be tired afterwards. No problem, Coffee. Have a good time. I've never played like a D&D session with friends, so I'm envious of that. I know you like to do that, and that's wonderful. None of my friends growing up around here played Dungeons and Dragons. The friends I hung out with played video games and sports, which is great. That was my kind of stuff. And then there was a large segment of people that like hunting and fishing, and that was definitely not me, because I'm not a fan of either one of those. I think they're both dreadfully boring. And I don't think shooting an animal that can't fight back to hang its head on the wall is not exactly a sport, but whatever. To each their own, I suppose. Oh, the return rate on a 401k for Q1 this year makes me want to cry. Yeah, the financial situations going on in the world right now aren't great. I talk to my dad and stuff about that kind of thing, goings on all the time. But the good thing is we can play video games to forget about real world stuff. That's why I like video games so much. It's like we join another world for a while. An injury, that's not good. That's not good for either side. I don't want to see anyone injured, Carl Winslow. I don't care what team they play for. I want every team at their maximum strength, whether we're playing them or not, whether it helps us or not. Because that's... You stupid little goblin! You stupid little goblin. Stupid little weapon, more like. It looped around him. See, if we'd had the knife, he would have been dead. Knife is speedrun weapon, those most DPS bosses. Crossbow, easiest to use. Agreed. Definitely agreed. I'm not nowhere close to being good enough to ever speedrun a game like this. No chance in hell of that. But yeah, I'm safe. I feel safest in this game running with the crossbow. If you're gonna die on a level, also this is a good level to die on. Zubat! It stayed with me. That was my fault. I'd love to, Coffee. I'd love to. I would not know what I was doing with a D&D session, but you guys could help me out, and that would be a lot of fun. The goblin was at the perfectly the wrong spot to not get hit by the axe, because it's got that stupid spinning motion. My pleasure, Thunder. The pleasure is all mine, dude. You wanted to have that goblin injured, though. That's true. I wanted to have that guy broken apart. You know what? It's a lot better than those goblins or ogres and Ghosts and Goblins, the original Ghosts and Goblins. Level 2 of that. That's a horrifyingly bad Ghosts and Goblins level. Worse than anything this game has to offer. The NES Ghosts and Goblins Level 2 is one of the worst levels of this series you will play. Alright, let's do it right this time. Let's be more careful. I was at this boss. I'm botching up this level. I knew he was going to be there. That last one, the big troll. Alright, we're going to do it correctly this time. We're going to do everything correctly. We need to jump down there and jump right back up. Why is the boss not spawning? I've done this a million times. Where are you? Where are you? I'm glad you could join us. What the hell was it doing? It's not showing up. Into his house with panties on. Hey, I can't help it. They got my armor. Not my problem. We've done a no armor run of this game too. That was quite difficult. All right, that guy's done. No armor run. We took a hit at the beginning of every level and just lost the armor and went through the game the normal way. That was interesting. Good progress here. Back to this level. We did this level deathless last time. I don't know how that happened. Should not happen this time. This weapon's pretty good on this level because you need like a somewhat different angle to hit some of this stuff. Thanks for the GG we're getting through there. We're getting there. Making some progress. Alright, that's probably not going to be armor. Probably going to be a weapon, so I probably should not open that chest. That probably just gave us an extra life. Okay. Hey, Insomniosis, what's going on, man? Welcome on in. Welcome to our Ghosts and Goblins challenge, Super Ghouls and Ghosts challenge, I should say. It's going well. Get him a shout out and welcome on in. There we go. Hope you're having a great day, dude. We beat Superman 64, and I am so happy about that. That game is, it's indescribable. You saw it. But it's over, and we don't ever have to look at it or think about it again. Come on, Axe. You got to do a little bit better than that. See, if it spins in the wrong angle, it doesn't work. Told you you'd finish it today. I wasn't sure. I had no confidence. That is awful right there. That's awful. What is happening here? That's not going to hurt me, is it? Okay, no. Stage can be beatable past with those green snakes. I want to try. I want to see you try and be challenged, see how far. I'm going to need to learn like where every chest is so we have a chance to get... Oh my god. Yeah, how would you get past this? Yeah, I don't think you could do it. I don't think pacifist is a thing in this game. Even when you take the red armors out, I still don't think it's going to be enough. I still don't see it happening. Oh my god, we're getting raided. We're getting raided by Hungry Gorilla. Hungry, I was going to raid you today. Hungry, you're supposed to keep streaming. I was going to raid you today. I never get a chance to raid you. So much for that idea. Thank you for beating me to the punch here. Hungry, welcome in. If you guys don't know Hungry Gorilla, please check her channel out. She is the best RPG streamer I have ever seen. I needed a dedicated RPG streamer added to my watch list. She fills that role completely. If you guys don't know her, please check her channel out. She's awesome. What were you working on more Terranigma, or were you playing something else today? Welcome on in. And who else is here? We have Zaylin, we have Raspy, we have Rob. Welcome in. Hate to raid and run here, but I need to go pick up my husband from work, and I'll be back in a little bit here. No problem, Hungry. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. I hope and take care with your drive over to pick him up. I know things are a little bit crazy out there with traffic these days, and I bet the same is true in Canada. Traffic around, I don't drive when I can avoid it. That's how bad it's gotten. Finished up Draken and started Skyblazer. I think I'm at the final encounter of Skyblazer and got smoked. No time this week, but I will be back. I've seen Skyblazer. It's really cool. And Draken, that's a weird RPG. I remember playing that one back in the day as well. But thank you so much for the raid, Hungry. Welcome in, everybody. And take care picking up your husband. I wanted to see how that played out with Draken. I remember when you played that last time. That's a weird game. That was one of those games I rented as a kid, and I was like, I never got anywhere with it. But thank you so much for that awesome raid. Really appreciate it. We are just doing a little Super Ghouls and Ghosts challenge here, and Zaylin is also a friend of our stream that does Ninja Gaiden 2 speedruns, which is amazing because I'm so bad at that game. I have a terrible time with Ninja Gaiden 2. Zaylin, welcome in as well. Raspy, good to see all you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I thought today I was finally going to get to raid Hungry. But no, of course not. Hungry's raided me twice now. I owe you 2 raids. I owe so many people so many raids, and I never get a chance to raid certain people. And it's annoying. But here we are. For you guys that don't know me, my name's Mixer. We do retro game challenges. We just beat Superman 64 today, so I am in like the best mood possible for video games. Never to be played or talked about again. Well, we can talk about it. We said we beat it. We can. Yeah, this is kind of cool. Mode 7, right, Sorrel, for such an early game. That was not what I was counting on to happen there. That's fine. Ugh. I hate this level. This is just a very annoying level. I've never been a fan of this level. The axe is not a bad weapon. This level, though. How did we not take a hit on this level before? I have no idea. That was like the luckiest run ever. Did this whole run without taking a single hit. But not this time. This is Loop 2. Enemies are a little bit faster, so that might have something to do with it, or either that I'm just playing like crap again. Nintendo Ghost, what's up? What do you call a rodent who steals desserts? Would you call that thing a pirate? I get it. A pirate. Good one. Heard that one a time or two. Welcome in, Nintendo Ghost. What are you working on? Super Metroid Classic. A definite classic. Monica, what's up? Superman 64 was created by Brainiac to make everyone think twice about wanting to be Superman. Agreed completely. I've never in my life played such a miserable pile of crap than Superman 64. I'm still in awe about how bad that game is. I am in shock. I'm dead. That was a stupid dodge. That was a stupid one. Monica, hope you're having a great day. But I'm still in awe about how bad Superman 64 was. I didn't choose to play it. It got redeemed as a trash redemption. So it was not... What am I doing wrong? So I'm doing something badly wrong there. Maybe we need to be further on the platform to trigger that steam vent or whatever. Need to make an adjustment. Let's make an adjustment. Let's try and bait that attack out. Pirate, why not cheese mouse? I don't get it. Talking about cheese, that sounds good. I always eat late on my streaming days, so when food gets talked about, it makes my stomach churn a little bit. Okay, second verse same as the first. We got knocked off again. That's not good. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong here. And it's something terribly wrong. Alright, let's move more forward. Alright, now move back. Is there going to be enough room? Okay, it worked just fine that time. Wasn't doing something right. Don't hit me. Okay, that was close. Playing for retro achievements. Nice. There's a lot of challenges you could probably, achievements and like challenges you could do with Super Metroid. I can think of a lot off the top of my head now, like a minimal energy tank run or a no death run, or there's a lot of things you can do with Super Metroid. Great game, by the way. Definitely a classic. You like my shirt, by the way? I appreciate it. I love the original Zelda series. Zelda 1, 2, and A Link to the Past. After that, not so much of a fan because I don't like 3D. I like my 2D just fine, thanks. And I'm like a big Zelda 2 fanboy as well. Don't get me started on my love for Zelda 2. I'll talk about it all night. Yeah, the music's great here, Zaylin. This game to me has basically no flaws. I love this game. And I'm trying to create more reasons to play it. That's why we're doing all these crappy weapon runs with it, so I can keep finding more things to do with it. We've done the torch, we've done the tri-blade, we've done the scythe, now we're doing the axe. I'm just glad you're done sticking inside walls. We got stuck earlier, Raspy, with Superman 64 on the walls twice, and I had to reset once. So getting stuck to the walls was a thing, but thankfully it didn't destroy too much. What's my favorite food? Barbecue? Honestly, what I'm going to go with my favorite food is something like grilled salmon on rice or something. I'm a big fan of fish, and like living in the South, I know the easy thing to say is barbecue or fried food, fried this, fried that, fried chicken. But no, I'm a big fan of fish. Whenever there's an opportunity for me to eat fish of any type, I'm going to take that opportunity because I love it and it's really good for you. So you give me, so if fish is on the menu, I'm more than likely going to be ordering it. That's the way that works. Didn't get stuck on any ceilings? Yeah, a couple of times in Somniosis, sadly. But not like deep into a level of Superman 64. Not enough to where it would just like ruin everything. I mean, it could have happened though. We're not talking about games, we're usually talking about food. Me too. Me too. Another level down. We're making good progress here. Welcome in, Ab Paula. Good to see you as well. Hope you're having a wonderful day. A pleasure as always. Ab Paula is another streamer friend we have here. Great dude. Just got done. What? You just got done playing Shenmue not that long ago. I've always been told what a cool game that is, and I got to see you play it some. I see why. It's like an early, like Grand Theft Auto style game. And I've never played one of those games. I just know they're popular. Flaw of this game is it does have some slowdown at times, but it's okay. It doesn't kill the game or anything. Yeah, that's a minimal problem compared to the hell we went through with Superman 64. Well, this level's off to a fine start. There goes another continue. There goes another continue. That's okay, we got plenty, and we're gonna get more. I like fish too. I could eat it 6 times a week. Me too. I could eat it 7 days a week. Fish now, fish tomorrow, fish forever. What is going on? He was supposed to not attack at that kind of angle. It's loop 2. The patterns are a little bit different, and I'm just not paying attention. I think that's what the problem is. I think the problem's me, guys. I don't think the problem's the game. The problem is usually me. The axe can actually hit that guy from underneath. That's kind of interesting. Barbecue sandwiches with coleslaw on it. Good sushi, hole-in-the-wall Mexican restaurant, supreme pizzas, and fried alligator. All sounds great. I'm not a picky eater. I'll have any of that stuff. But like, you give me the chance to choose them, most of the time I'm going to pick some type of fish. That's what I usually roll with. I like ground beef, I like pork, I like chicken. I mean, I'm pretty much good with most stuff. Alright, this level's going okay now. Now that I'm paying a little better attention, things improved rapidly. Fish is nice, but I like chicken and Asian style food. I'm a fan of all that as well. I love sushi, nigiri, sashimi, you name it. I enjoy it. And welcome in, J-Dog. Welcome in. We're playing something good, as you can see. Superman 64 is dead and buried. It's gone. I'm so happy. We're playing good stuff now, and we can play good stuff tomorrow, too. As long as someone doesn't redeem trash by the end of this stream, we can choose something new for tomorrow to work on. Maybe, I don't know, maybe tomorrow we'll play some, we'll do a Castlevania hack or something. I love Castlevania hacks. You never know what you're going to get with those. You could get something psychotically difficult, or it could just be a somewhat casual playthrough. How would you do this pacifist? I just realized, how would you do that? I've been thinking about that. Oh, Koala beat me to it. Good luck with this part, pacifist. Exactly. I don't think it's doable. Alright, this guy needs to get the hell out of here before he kills me. Okay, we made it to the checkpoint. That's all that really matters here. He's dead anyway. He's dead. There's the Tri-Blade. There's our friend from a previous playthrough. It looks like one of those Klingon knives in Star Trek. That's what that Tri-Blade looks like. For you guys that have seen Star Trek The Next Generation, it looks like that. I'm into fitting this pizza in my mouth. Yeah, I think most people could go with that, Ryan. I think that's totally, totally accurate. I try not to eat pizza. I think the only way I like pizza is like triple cheese and stuff on it, and that's like horrendously bad for you. But that's almost the only way I like it, because I was served pizza as a kid so many times in elementary school that had almost no cheese on it. So now, as I got past that, and I was like, the only thing I want on pizza now is cheese, because I was denied cheese back in the day. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. I thought we might die right there, but no. You have to play games as good as me to do this pacifist, however you want to spell it. Oh, that's right, Booty. That's right, I forgot. You're the one that did, You're the one that did, Holy Diver, hitless, deathless, without using any spells. I forgot about that, sorry. How could I forget? How could I forget? Tonight's pizza night for us. That's awesome, J-Dog. I will see you in Bargor later for sure. I know you guys will be streaming something. Alright, this boss, last time I annihilated it. So let's see if we can do that again. 5 cheese pizza. Oh my god, 5 cheese pizza. That sounds heavenly. You cannot have enough cheese on a pizza, for me. I know that increases the calorie count by like 20 times over, but who cares? That would be like the most heavenly thing to eat ever. I might die here because the angle is not good. I hope this claws... Woohoo, that was close. Alright, now back up. Back up. Fell Sorcerer, sub LittleMIXER, Super G&G is yes, it is a great game. I love it. It's one of my favorite games. And I created another challenge so we could play it again. An axe only, no magic run. Uh-oh. I got frozen. The axe is good against that guy, guys. The axe is good against that guy. Lurking can't type. No problem, dude. No problem. Pizza is actually fairly balanced, a little bit high on saturated fats and salt. Both can be reduced if you make it yourself. Yeah, you could, like, not put cheese on it, Pookums, and then it would kind of suck. That's my opinion on pizza. Yeah, you cannot have enough cheese. I try and avoid cheese, but, I mean, it's so good. It's, like, one of my favorite things ever. Lactose intolerant, well, that can be a good thing as well. Mozzarella cheddar, Asiago, Parmesan Romano. Oh my god, Zaylen, I'm so hungry now. Oh my god, I'm starving. Cheese on cheese on cheese with a cheese stuffed crust. Yes, let's just go off the deep end with it. Absolutely. I agree. The cheese is the most expensive part. That's usually why they skip, that's why they don't give it to you on a lot, like school pizzas and things like that. That's why you don't get it. And I understand that, but it also makes, like, people like myself, I almost did not like pizza growing up because the pizza at my elementary school was, like, questionable, and then the pizza at my junior high school was just hideous. I don't know what kind of slop that was, but it was not pizza. And I almost didn't like pizza anymore because of that. And then we had a Pizza Hut that was near my place. It was also terrible. So I did not have good experience with pizza growing up. I know that's weird. But I got over it, thankfully. Wow, he almost got me. I missed him because he's stuck halfway in the ground. That's not my fault. Alright, just die right there, buddy. Normally order pepperoni and banana peppers with a side of mozzarella sticks. Perfect. Can't go wrong with that, J-Dog. That's like 100% perfect. You could add extra cheese times 2 to make it even better, but that's a bad idea. These comments are making me hungry. Me too. Me too. They try to say the toppings aren't as expensive as they charge you. Who cares about toppings? Just give me cheese. Toppings are icing on the cake, basically. They're secondary to the important part. Cajun blue cheese pork chops. That does not sound healthy, but it sounds wonderful. I will give it that. I will definitely give it that. Okay, we can skip this guy, by the way, thanks to a handy tip from Plabu. Let's see if we can do it again. You can skip that guy. That is unbelievable. I am in awe of that. I want to practice that more off stream for like a deathless run of this. Cat Lady needs pizza now. Yes, we all need pizza now. That's not the start I was looking for. You gotta be careful. This guy will troll the life out of you if you're not careful with that laser. That laser has to be respected. And I'm gonna take my time with this fight just because of that laser. It almost got me right there. That's nice, okay. That's not nice. You moved up just far enough to kill me. And now we have to do this. This is the worst level in the game, by the way. This level sucks. Not fun. Nothing good to say about this particular level. Except we can skip one of the airlocks now. Alright, go ahead and let me. This is just aggravating. Snacking on a can of tuna right now, all because I got hungry reading that, and also love fish, mostly salmon and tuna. Coffee, wonderful choice. I love tuna as well. Tuna is not, it's like you can just grab a can of it and just eat it without warming it, without doing anything with it. It doesn't need anything. You can toss in like a little mayo, a little sweet relish, stuff like that, but tuna on its own is perfectly viable and very healthy. A great choice. I'm getting really hungry with all this talk. I am too. The Starkist tuna pouches are really good. Yes, especially sweet and spicy. Those are great. Me too, Insomniosis. I'm not like a picky eater or anything. If it's something good to eat, if it's something to eat, I'm more than likely just going to dive in. You really want unhealthy? Buy 3-egg cheese and sausage muffins cooked in butter. Sounds absolutely wonderful. Sounds like something I will never eat, though. I do want it, though. I want it badly. But no, we can't do it. Come get me. I know your tricks. I got you twice that time. Poorly played, Arimer. That's not how you beat me. You should have just spammed crap at me like you normally do. Like jalapeno with my tuna. I do too, Zaylin. I do too. That's another good choice. Jalapeno with tuna is a good choice. If you've never tried that before, it's good. It spices it up. Indiana, welcome in, dude. I'm with you on putting relish with tuna. Dude, sweet relish, like pickle relish with a little mayonnaise makes for very good tuna. My dad was really big on that. Still is. And that's where I got into pickle relish and mayonnaise on tuna. It's good. It makes it. And then you add some lettuce and a boiled egg, and you have a very wonderful tuna salad. How could you go wrong? You could not. Hope you're having a great day, Indiana. Pleasure to see you, dude. We beat Superman 64. Now we're doing a little Super Ghouls and Ghosts challenge, and it's going well. Sorrel said, I just had chicken noodle soup and crackers. Also a classic and also perfect. So many good choices. You guys are just making me extraordinarily hungry, and that's not you guys' fault. That's me for not eating before the stream started. That's my problem. Pizza Pizza, welcome. How's it going today? Good to see you. You guys don't know Pizza Pizza? She is awesome. Definitely check her channel out as well. Playing good stuff. Really nice person. Could not go wrong. Welcome in. Pleasure to see you, and hope you're having a wonderful Friday. You can get habanero peppers, ground up habaneros on tuna. It's fantastic. I've never tried that. I've always been a little bit scared of habanero peppers. I don't know how hot they might be. And I don't want to injure myself. Like maybe I was benching like 400. Oh, I'm sure, Booty. I'm sure. We all know. I'm sure. Indiana's having a good day. Hope you are too. Yeah, having a good day, man. It's Friday and we beat Superman 64. What's there not to love? Also, dust tuna with brine and a bit of hot peppers. Habaneros, a favorite. Tabasco sauce, and eat that right out of the can with a spoon. Oh, dude, that sounds great. Don't blush to admit that. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Forgot I had this stream on while I had my keyboard upside down. Hope I didn't spam the chat with gibberish. Gibberish! No, Goober, you did not. You did nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing. Great. That guy just had to take one pot shot at me, didn't he? Is this going to be... don't respawn. Here's our armor. Okay, now we can beat this guy at the end. You just ordered Domino's, Ryan? Good choice. I like Domino's. It's good. Hey, buddy, I'm all right. I think I have some kind of virus. I've been feeling sick the last few days and isn't feeling any better. A piece of pizza? I'm sorry to hear that. I really hope you feel better. That sucks. I really, really hope you feel better. There's not much worse than just feeling bad for whatever reason. No, Booty, it's fine. It's fine. I know you're just kidding, dude. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. We have a good time here. That's what it's all about. One thing I miss about living in the South is Pizza Inn and Slim Chickens. I live in the South and I've never heard of either one of those. Am I doing something wrong? Should I know about those, Sorrel? I'm in Alabama. We don't have those here. Probably a good thing. Probably something unhealthy. I mean, it is the South after all. Yeah, you never hit enter then, apparently, Goober. If you had hit enter, I think we would have been a little bit concerned about you if you'd been spamming a bunch of gibberish. That would have been funny, though. Whoa! He tried to take me with him. Did you guys see that? He tried to take me with him, and he failed. We're just about done here, by the way. We have one more level to do. He thought he could take me with him. He tried his hardest. He failed. I'm glad I was like somewhat paying attention there. Pizza places are awesome here. So many mom and pop places with amazing pizza. I'm moving up there, J-Dog. I'm moving up there. There's so much more variety of food in the north. Down here in the south, it's like, oh, you want some food? You want it fried? And I'm like, no, I don't want it fried. I want it grilled. And then people look at me like I'm stupid or something for wanting something grilled instead of fried. I'm like, you know it's a lot healthier to eat it grilled, right? And they're like, what is this healthy stuff? Welcome to Alabama. Take a key for coming in. That's weird how it says it like that. It's like, why doesn't it say something like stage clear? That just sounds awkward. Take a key for coming in. Sounds like that wasn't translated right or something. Dang, nice dodge, infected. That was lucky. That was really lucky. Oh, we need to be doing something different here, guys. I just realized we need to get the, what am I trying to say here? We have to get the bracelet to finish the game. Uh-oh. This is bad. This weapon might be good against this guy because it goes up. Look at this stupid weapon. He doesn't know how to dodge it! He doesn't know how to dodge that! Okay, we gotta get the bracelet. Okay, here we go. We got the next chest is gonna have the bracelet if I don't take a hit here. Should have turned off the computer before messing with my keyboard, but I like to live dangerously. Goober, I'm kind of disappointed you didn't spam the chat with some gibberish. I think that would have been funny. Dude, J-Dog, I would love the freezing and snow weather. I do not like the climate down here in the south. I hate it. I despise it. It sucks. Healthy reminds me of the future people in Chrono Trigger. Oh, that's right. Healthy. That's got a nice ring to it, right, Phoenix? Today's 73 and sunny, a beautiful day. It's colder here today, J-Dog, amazingly enough. It's 61 here in Alabama today. I think a cold front's coming in. I think that's happening. I could be wrong, though. I didn't even pay attention to the weather today. Derpy says, I agree, there's a lot of better things in the north. I'm in Florida. There's so much, like in the northeast, there's so many things to do, like densely packed in. There's Philly, Boston, New York, New Jersey is all in like short range of each other. There's so much to do. I'm like in western Alabama where there's like nothing to do except Alabama football and college sports if you're into that, which I am. But besides that, there's like nothing going on here. 11 degrees Celsius here in Seattle. Holy crap, it's cold there. It's pretty cold. It's colder here, colder there than it is here. We're unusually cold today. And Coyote, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it very much. Finally on PC. You know, Coyote, I have the same problem. Like, everything on the app is like super awkward. Nothing works good on the Twitch app. I would 100 times rather be on the PC. I can't get anything to... Well, this run... Rip this run. I gotta die. I gotta die. You have to have the gold armor and the shield if you want to loot the bracelet, which we need to finish the game, and I just failed doing that because I got hit. That's how that went. That's why I took a death there on purpose, because you have to do that to finish the game. I'd melt if I lived any further south, dude. You're lucky to be in Wisconsin, Insomniosis. You're lucky. I can beat this without a controller? Sure you can. I can beat it with the power glove, Booty. How about that? I'm better than you are. I can beat it with the power glove. I can beat it with the U-Force. So see, I don't need a controller either. We should try a stream with one of those stupid controllers like that. That'd be funny. The rolling rocker and all that garbage. Healthy, I hope you're not having that for breakfast, Koala. I hope not. I really hope. New York is like a 6-hour drive from Philly. That's a lot close. That's really close from my point of view, because you go 6 hours from here, and the only thing good 6 hours from here, there's a very nice beach. But as far as like big city stuff, Atlanta's not that far away. But beyond that, there's like nothing. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the weapon or the armor. Okay, here we go. This is gonna work good, right? This guy does not know how to dodge this weapon. That's really funny to me right there, because normally those guys are so good at dodging everything, and it has no clue what to do with this weapon. Oh my goodness, beat it with the rolling rocker. You know what? I have no... See, the wall is right behind me here, and there's like very little room between my desk and the wall. And if I tried to do the rolling rocker right here, I would more than likely fall into my desk and like destroy everything. It would really be funny looking, but no, we're not going to do that because I like my stuff where it is and not destroyed, but that would be fun. Atlanta's okay. Yeah, Atlanta's not bad, Zaylen. Most of the time I go to Atlanta, it's usually to see sports-related stuff. I grew up a big-time sports dude, so when I go to Atlanta, it's most of the time to see the Falcons game, the Braves game, something like that. But yeah, besides that, it's okay. There's like underground Atlanta with some stuff going on. There's venues for some concerts. It's not a bad place. And Ryan Pyro is gifting a gift sub to Phoenix Sloth. Ryan, thank you so much, dude, for that gift sub. I really appreciate it. Really, really, really appreciate it, man. You know, never required, never will be, but very appreciative of it, dude. Thank you so much. What was the spell for the axe? This. We're not killing any enemies with the spell. I just wanted to show what it looks like. It's like a burst of lasers in every direction. Honestly, doesn't look very useful. I hate big cities, so I'm glad I don't live too close to one. There's OKC, but it's not that big compared to what I've been used to. Yeah, being in Oklahoma, you're kind of like me, Goober, as far as like what's available in the area, which isn't a whole lot. Oklahoma's more of a rural state. Nothing wrong with that. But a lot of similarities between it and Alabama. This is not a good situation. This weapon is terrible against these birds. This is not a good situation to be in. I'm trying to get the bracelet, and that's a problem. See, the next chest we get after that is going to have the bracelet in it, but only if you have the gold armor and all the other stuff, which you don't get to keep if you take a hit there. Not reminding him of the G&G R red Aramers, which clearly cheat instead. Ask G&G R torch-only legend. Now, Coffee, what we will do for G&G R is on Legend is continue my previous save game, the one that you watched on YouTube, and play it on the magic metronome setting where everything's twice as fast. But we will get to keep like all our equipment and spells and all that stuff. So it'll be playing through the game again twice as fast, but we'll be like prepared for it since we'll have our spells and won't have to do the hell holes and all that stuff again. So we can beat all the levels just a normal way, except like twice as much speed. It'll kind of be like doing loops of the original Ghosts and Goblins, kind of the same thing. But that's my plan for that. Yeah, the Ninja Gaiden bird, that thing haunted me tremendously. That's why I decided to put it as an emote, because we've played a lot of Ninja Gaiden, so that kind of sticks with me. Take another death. You need your gold armor here. You have to have your gold armor. You can't accomplish finishing the game. That's kind of a problem. And he got me. That's okay. Never been to Alabama, but I've heard there's some rocket companies out there that might be fun to visit if they have tours. The Huntsville Space and Rocket Center is a really cool place to visit here in Alabama, Goober. That is a major highlight. Take another death because this thing is not very accurate. This thing's not accurate. It misses stuff. Oh, you get the bracelet before the snakes there would have more. I don't think you can. I think the earliest you can pick up the bracelet on this level is in the room with the birds. I think. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm missing a chest. Jesus Christ! Go ahead and kill me. This run has gone south right here at the end. We may not have enough time to play anything else today. It's almost 4:30 already, and a Ninja Gaiden hack can take hours, and I'm probably not going to have enough time for that. So we'll probably call it after this today. Or we could do a Street Fighter 2 run. And see. God, these little guys are just trolling me. The Burbs. That's right, Zaylen. The Burbs. Wasn't that a movie back in the day, I want to say? That sounds like a name of a movie. Sounds great, but you got to admit, torch-only legend is really impossible. It might not... theoretically, it wouldn't be. I don't think we'll do torch-only for that. But I think we could do extra speed. Watch a few Ninja Gaiden's speedrunners like Dude who does pacifist runs and such. I would... I'd love to be able to speedrun Ninja Gaiden, but never gonna happen. I'm not patient enough for a good speedrun. I like to watch a good speedrun, but as far as like doing one, probably never. I've never been to a wedding where everyone's related, so it'd be interesting if I ever go to Alabama. It's fine, Goober. I know you couldn't resist, and I hear that joke a lot. And you know what? You're not all wrong with that. Because I've heard stories living down here of people deep in the woods. It might really be a thing. I would try to speedrun it, but I can't beat Jackweo without the spin slash. Jackweo without the spin slash takes some getting used to. It took me a long time to get that fight down as well. It's not an easy one. The Burbs that had Corey Feldman. Oh my goodness. Didn't they have Tom Hanks? Corey Feldman. Every time I hear that, it's going to remind me of Goonies. Alright, let's do this right. Okay. We did it right that time. Look, I didn't screw up. There we go. Alright, now there's one more chest, like, in this particular spot. Okay. This is going to be the shield, which isn't particularly very useful. You have to be standing still to block anything with this. Now here's the problem part. This part is a problem. Maybe if we only get one on the screen? Nope, didn't do it right. Gotta get better. This is a get good moment right here. This is a get good moment. This weapon is very bad for this spot. This is not a good weapon for this particular area. And I don't have a choice. I have to use it there. The regular axe would be better. It's this powered up axe that goes crazy that I can't control is causing a major issue with that. See when it just spins in a normal circle right there? It's not great, but I mean, it's controllable. I don't know what the hell's going on with it in the other mode. Maybe the spells work there? Yeah, but it would, but it's a no magic run. I added no magic to the difficulty. They have a game called Normality, and Corey Feldman narrates it. Okay, I was missing that in my life, obviously. A game narrated by Corey Feldman. Honestly, anytime I hear his name, all I can hear is his quotes from the Goonies. That's it. I know he's been in other stuff before, and he's like been in trouble with the law and that type of stuff, but anytime I hear Corey Feldman, it's Goonies or nothing. Simply because I grew up with that movie and liked it so much. Where is the chest? Okay, here it is. The Lost Boys had my childhood crush too. I thought the chick who played Star was a total babe. Oh yeah, The Lost Boys. I haven't seen that in like 25 years or something. I don't even remember who you're talking about. It's been so long. I gotta go back and watch some of that old stuff. Like, talking about it makes me want to just do more. If she were president, her name would be Baberham Lincoln. Okay, so you're going all in with her. Yeah, Lost Boys is a classic. It's just been so long since I've seen it. Okay, here we are at this part again. Let's see if we can do it right. Okay, that's the best chance yet. Alright, I'm going to stay right here so we have room to dodge these fireballs. I just want to get the bracelet. I don't care if we finish the game on this particular run. I just want the bracelet. Do the truffle shuffle on stream right now. That was Chunk that did that, not Corey Feldman. Wrong! No, we're not doing it anyway. Okay, here's our bracelet. That's funny, though. Now I'm imagining the truffle shuffle. Thanks, Magneto. Now I can't get that out of my brain. First, you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on! No, we're not. No. No. Let's just finish it up with this run now that I've got the bracelet and everything we need. No reason not to finish right here. She was hot. Okay, I'll have to go back and look that up so I can remember what you guys are talking about. Alright, this is one of the hardest parts in the game for people that are new to this game. Hitbox. That was a bad hitbox right there. Okay, that's cool. We'll do it without the armor. That's fine. Who needs armor anyway? Gotta be in practice to do this part without the armor. I am definitely not. And I botched this fight up. Awful. My play is degraded. I'm not playing well anymore. I was doing better earlier in the stream of this game. I have made so many just dumb mistakes. It's all about the dumb mistakes. Goonies is another good classic. Yes, love the Goonies. I think that was like one of my first crushes as a kid. Was the girl in the Goonies, Andy. I was like, wow, this girl is like gorgeous, and I was like, what, 7 years old or something when I saw that. I know that I still want to see you do the truffle shuffle. Well, too bad, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Oh, sure you did, Booty. I believe you. I totally believe you. How long have we been at Super Ghouls and Ghosts? About an hour and 20 minutes or so, I want to say, Goober. It hasn't been too long. I thought if we beat it a little bit quicker, I thought we would do Castlevania hack, but we're not going to have enough time for that today. Unfortunate. Uh-oh. Screwed that up. Another mistake. Uh-oh. Need to quit screwing up, Mixer. You're sucking. Alright, I think we can just kill him here. Here we go. No, don't do that. There he goes. Alright, give me the gold armor, give me the shield, give me all the crap. That Mikey is a dude from Lord of the Rings. Yes, he's in that. He is definitely in that. Sean Astin, he also played Rudy in the movie Rudy about the football guy. I know a lot of people aren't into sports. Jesus Christ, I'm playing like garbage. Get good. Get good. And you want to deathless this game? You want to deathless this game, Mixer? You have to not play like shit. Is that going to be armor? No. Armor might be up here, though. Driving down Highway 40 in my big old pickup truck. Nothing wrong with that. Those things are gas guzzlers, though. I've never owned a pickup truck. Okay, there's armor, so we can do it without the gold armor. It'll just be a lot harder. Okay, here we go. I feel like the title Rudy should be reserved for a certain leaky guy. What guy would that be? I really liked the movie Rudy, by the way. I thought it was great. Let's see if we can just do it without the gold armor. It's way harder if you don't have the gold armor because you have no range with this. Good start, though. It's kind of the start we were looking for. That trolley ass laser. That trolley laser. This guy's like helpless unless it's the laser. It's trash play. It's trash play. Oh, yeah. How could I forget that, Phoenix? That's right. How could I forget? I appreciate it, Booty. I'm not too amazing. I'm doing amazingly bad right now. I'll take that. This is indescribably bad play right now. Everything's gone down the toilet with this run. We have enough continues to finish, but this is kind of a crash and burn here at the end. I mean, I want to do this 1 credit clear one day, and we've done, this has been like a 8 credit clear or something, so yeah. Not the run I was looking for. Well, we were using the axe, so. Previous future runs of this game, like 1 credit clear attempts will feature things like the good weapons, like the crossbow and the dagger. I don't hate this weapon as much as a lot of people do. The bracelet, it's not good, but I don't mind it too much. It's definitely better in the Genesis version of this game. The Genesis version of this game is so much better. Have you guys ever played the Goonies on Nintendo? I had that one as a kid. It's a very cryptic game. And I actually played it enough to figure it out and beat it, which is crazy. But yeah, the Goonies 2 on Nintendo is not exactly a great game, but it's one of those games you have as a kid, and you put up with it because you don't really have anything else. That's how that works. I'm gonna go ahead and get the gold armor here. Yeah, it was in the Play Choice Sin at the arcade too. That's correct, Derpy Monkey. I remember playing it there as well. Wow, he died quickly. I'll take it. The weapon can block projectiles with gold armor. Yes, it absolutely can. Absolutely. There's a shield, and that's pretty worthless, but we got it. Yeah, we can finish this up. We will definitely beat this game. It's just not a very clean run. Yeah, see, it's blocking the projectiles right there. That is pretty darn cool. Alright, that guy's dead. We're going to go into this fight with the gold armor. This is much harder on the professional difficulty, which we've already done. It's like everything's got a lot more health. These standard enemies aren't that much different. They're a little bit faster, but the bosses have a lot of health and are a major threat. Mega Drive Ultimate Weapon is actually pretty... Yes, it's really good, Rizups. I like it. I really like it. Alright, that laser is a major threat here. Just got hit by it again. That time he just missed. I like how I can't hit him when he's off the screen, but he can fire his lasers from way over there. That's fair. This is really the true end boss of the game, by the way. This is not the final boss. There is a real final boss, and he's completely pathetic, but this is the true end boss. As far as, like, difficulty... that laser. Okay, here we go with this part. Yeah, the last boss in the Genesis version is also weak. He's no more of a threat than this guy is. This is how this fight is supposed to go, by the way. I was just screwing it up earlier. Yeah, the Wasp is a lot harder. Boy, the Wasp, the sword-only run was just absolutely nasty. Alright, see... Oh, are you kidding me with that? Are you kidding me with that right there? That's ridiculous. Oh, well. Okay, well, here we go. This is going to be the end of our axe-only run. For you guys that have not seen the final boss in this game, it's this guy. It's very pathetic. If you know what to do with this, you won't even take a hit. And no, he can only hurt you with those lasers. You can even touch his face and he doesn't hurt you. And his laser pattern always repeats with the exact same thing. Yeah, he spawns platforms for you to kill him. This is one of the weakest last bosses you'll ever see. That is just absolutely pathetic. And that is the end of the game. And there is our princess, Prin Prin. I don't know, Koala. It's like he's so pathetic. He's like, yeah, just kill me. He's just pathetic. Yes, and that isn't. Why do all that? Why do all that have aggressive crotches? Good question, Meows. I wasn't looking at that, but now I'm going to think about that. Thanks for putting that in our minds. Wonder if he has to feed his armor as well. Yeah, maybe the armor is like sentient or something. Dr. Fuzzy Boots. Good point. Is she worth it? Yes, Goober. Absolutely. It's a great-looking, blue-haired princess. I would definitely say worth it 100%. Thanks for the GGs, guys. I appreciate it. Good run. Had a good time. Fun stuff. Axe only. No magic run is complete. And Ryan Pyro, thank you for the gift sub to Booty. Appreciate it very much, dude. Thank you. I'm going to say it again. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it very, very, very much. In Phoenix, I see a bunch of Mike Matei. I see a bunch of Mike Matei emotes. He's got really good emotes. I see Space Ghost. I see Kermit. I see Skeletor. Ryu Hayabusa, Beavis and Butthead. Brack, RoboCop. Mr. Rogers. Slippy Toad. And I forgot that guy, the insect guy's name from the Brack show. I almost named everybody. I almost did. Should have asked his armor what his favorite food is. Give him something nasty and call it a day. What's a nasty food? What's not good to eat? I'm not a picky eater, so like nothing like bad comes to mind. Licorice or something? Yeah, that guy. Zorak. Thanks for the GGs, guys. I appreciate it. Fun stuff today. We got our Axe-only Super Ghouls and Ghosts clear. We got our Superman 64 in Dutch salty candy. How about licorice flavored ice cream? That doesn't sound very good. How about pickle flavored ice cream? That doesn't sound very good either. That sounds really bad. Boot, what's up, dude? Sandwiches with snail, cucumbers, and ketchup. I don't know, that might fall into the realm of escargot. Since you mentioned snails. You like licorice ice cream. I don't think I believe that. Boot, how's it going today, man? Good to see you. We're just finishing up here. I'm not going to have time to play anything else today. It's almost 5 o'clock. Or, well, maybe we could do a Street Fighter 2 run. That doesn't take very long. We could try and do a Deathless Ken-only, no rounds lost, max difficulty run. We could try that. We did Ryu the other day. We should be able to do Ken, and then we'll eventually do every character. Licorice is not exactly popular, is it? Next, you have to try Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero for N64. Ryan, maybe I'll put it up for Bad Game Redemption. Maybe we'll try that. And it's going to have to be more than 100,000 points. That's too cheap for these bad game playthroughs. Goten got the bargain of a lifetime, redeeming Superman 64 full playthrough for the cheap price of 100,000 channel points. That's not enough. That wasn't anywhere close to enough. That game should have been 300,000 channel points, but hey, it's done. Sagat is waiting. He ruined a Deathless run on me, Monica. I owe Sagat. He destroyed a Deathless run I had on max difficulty at one point. And I'm not happy. Usually DJ destroys my runs. Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero is a good game. No, it's not. It's an angry video game nerd game. I know. I know it's bad. We'll probably play it at some point, though. Ever play ActRaiser 2? That's a challenge in itself. I've got it on my list to play, Phoenix. We will do ActRaiser 2 without a doubt. We'll get to all the good hard classics. I'd like to do ActRaiser 2 on hard difficulty as well. I know I'm asking for it by saying that, but yeah, we will do it. We will do it. I beat the Angry Video Game Nerd Room and Ninja Gaiden without Spin Slash. Spin Slash is overrated. It's overrated. We're working on a sword-only challenge in Ninja Gaiden right now. Sword-only Deathless. That's one of our current active challenges we've got going. So the Spin Slash needs that crap. Who needs it? I have to jet for now. I'll catch you later. And Insomniosis, no problem, man. No problem, dude. Glad you could hang out, man. Here's the princess. Look, it tells her measurements. In case you wanted to know what Princess Prin's measurements were, here they are. I know your life is complete after seeing that. All right, I think you guys get it. I think you guys get the ending here. Let's move. Let's do a Street Fighter 2 run. Let's do a Street Fighter 2 max difficulty, no deaths. Max difficulty, or we could call it no rounds lost, because that's technically what it is. It's not exactly dying. Gamebox is overlapping the screen a bit. I did not mean for that to happen. Whoops. Here we go. A little late to fix that now. We've already beat the game. Crazy that people done no damage, Ninja Gaiden. That's crazy. My hat's off to anyone that's managed to complete that insane challenge. That's just nuts. I know people have done it before, too. The worst part is, somebody asked, right, Fat Man? What's up, Fat Man? Good to see you, dude. Max difficulty, perfect run, yep. A perfect run, a hitless run, yeah. Mr. Ed, yeah, there's Mr. Ed the horse. This horse it almost looks like a zombie horse with that pale coloring and like a weird blue colored eye like that. It doesn't look like a normal horse at all. Thank you, Diva. I appreciate the GGs. Maybe the real princess was this horse all the time. Maybe so. It's like there's like stories about actually, that's the actual story in Dragon Quest VIII. Koala is the princess that's turned into a horse. So that's a real thing. Do I have that game sitting over here? I thought I did. Guess not. I guess it's sitting somewhere else. Well, anyway, Dragon Quest VIII, the princess is a horse in the entirety of the story. But what else is sitting over here? The original book to Final Fantasy I. That's just randomly sitting over there. But I thought the book I thought Dragon Quest VIII was sitting over there. I guess it's not. Whatever, it's in this room somewhere. My friend ED087 had the Damokles's world record for a bit. I don't know who has it now. Dude, congrats to him for just getting any type of damageless run in this game. That's amazing. That's amazing. Good game, you're a god at these retro games. Nah, Celestial, there's so many people way, way, way better than me. Way better than me. I'm very average. I'm just average. The real princess was inside us all along, right? The LittleMIXER, we're both pale. We zombies. I wouldn't like to say I'm that pale, right? Not that pale. I do like to get out in the sun and at least get somewhat of a tan. I do like doing that. Uncanny X-Men on NES is dog crap. It is. That's one of the worst games, Monica. That game sucks. That is garbage trash right there. And welcome in. We're being rated again, guys. This time by Scuba Saul. Welcome in, Scuba. If you don't know him, please go check him out. He's a really good dude playing some excellent games. Well, he's working on Celeste right now. Celeste is an incredibly difficult modern game, and I was watching him play just the other day, and I have not really seen much of that game before. I was impressed very much, and it takes a lot to impress me